talk to you today about what to do when you're being stopped by the police. What happens if you don't have your driver's license on you? All right, we'll cover first. Let's say you have a valid license, you just don't have it on you, okay? Be honest with the officer. When he walks up to the vehicle, let him know that you don't have your license on you. In most cases, you're not going to have a problem, especially if you're being polite. Most officers understand we're human too. We understand that you don't always carry stuff with you. You do want to have your license in the car with you. It is against, in most states, it is against the law not to carry a driver's license with you. Okay, but it's one of those discretion things that most officers are not going to, unless you're giving them a hard time, officer probably will not cite you for not having your license. Make sure you provide them with your name, your date of birth, your current address. You know, anything the officer asks you for, make sure you provide them, because in addition, we want to make sure who you are. Okay, because we don't want to have someone give a fake name and give the wrong person a citation. So we're going to ask you some information to find out who you are. Make sure you provide that and don't give the officer a hard time. Remember, not carrying your driver's license in most states is an arrestable offense. So if you start giving the officer a hard time, one way or another, he's going to find out who you are. And you would rather him find out by just you being polite and giving him your information. Okay. Let's also go a little step further. Say you don't have your license because you're suspended or revoked. Happens a lot. Let the officer know. In many cases, it's a citable offense where the officer knows that he can write you a citation. Chances are, if you're driving on a suspended license, you're going to get a citation at the minimum. Okay? In most states, it is an arrestable offense. If you're polite with the officer, again, politeness goes a long way. You're being polite with the officer, you're explaining to him the situation, that your license is suspended, you're not making him go and find out for himself. Chances are you may walk away there with a citation. Now, it's not a guarantee because every agency has its own policies and every officer has his own feelings about people driving while suspended. But if that's the case, give him your real name, your date of birth, let him figure out who you are. If you know why you're suspended, let him know. Okay? It's important. If he can't have discretion with you, he's going to. If you are suspended and you decide, let's try to give him a fake name, the officer is going to check. That's what we're trained for. We are trained to detect deception. If you are giving us a fictitious false name, we're going to check it out. If you're giving false names, you're giving false information, that kind of goes along the lines of being polite. Okay? If you're not going to respect us and have the respect to be honest with us, chances are very high that once we do find out who you are, you're going to jail and you're looking at additional charges. So just remember, be honest with the officer, be polite, and you should be fine.